Hi guys, Mr. New Mobile here. The Mate 40 Pro Plus 7 top features. Please subscribe followed by the bell. You can also keep up on Facebook, Twitter by clicking the links in the description. The Mate 40 Pro Plus is Huawei's latest superphone, which the company hopes will go up against the iPhone 12 Pro and Samsung's Galaxy S20 and Note series. Wrapped up in an attractive body, it's packed with the latest top tech and 5G. But while it's got solid specs on paper, it suffers from one major problem. Due to the ongoing restrictions imposed by the US government, Huawei's phones can't use any Google services, including Gmail, Maps, and Chrome, and, most importantly of all, the Google Play Store. While Huawei has its own app store, which I'll come to later, it's nowhere close to rivaling Google's, and it makes this phone difficult to recommend over any of its rivals. I adore the pearlescent finish on the back of the phone. Look at it from one angle, and it shows soft orange and light blue tones. Tilted in the light, and those colors shimmer and blend into deeper blue and purple hues. Move it around more, and it simultaneously gives the phone a beautiful and classy aesthetic. The frosted glass feels extremely premium too, as does the metal edging and the overall solid build. There's no question that it feels like a top-end device when I'm holding it in my hand. The 6.76-inch display is bright, pin-sharp with narrow bezels that stretch right to the edge. It curves attractively to meet the metal frame. Images look vibrant, small text is crystal clear, and it's easy to read outdoors in sunlight. The 4 rear cameras are decent, but not outstanding. The main camera balances exposure well and delivers accurate, vibrant colors. The 5x optical zoom captures impressively detailed shots, and even at 10x zoom, there's still a lot of clarity in the image. The super wide camera is less impressive, producing shots often with more subdued contrast and sometimes a noticeable shift in white balance, likely due to an overenthusiastic HDR mode lifting the shadows. Video has been a big focus for the Mate 40 Pro, but there's room for improvement. The stabilization is excellent, and it managed to capture smooth footage even when I was walking compositions, although I found that the focus frequently drifted in and out when shooting at 5x zoom. Also, the HDR mode in the video is as heavy-handed as it was in photos. Its processing brought up the shadows and turned down the highlights to such an extent that the resulting footage was a bit disappointing and suffered from odd stabilizing distortions. Specifically, I could see the software struggling to balance a bright sky that was moving around in the frame. There's no question that it's a good camera overall, but I feel that a few software tweaks could go a long way to making it a great camera. Inside the phone is Huawei's Kirin 9000 processor, which provides super-fast 5G connectivity and 8GB of RAM. Navigating around the phone's interface is swift, and I didn't notice any lag while playing the demanding racing game Asphalt 9 Legends. The game also showed consistently high frame rates. However, on paper at least, its score of 7,827 on the 3D Mark Slingshot. While I haven't run the usual battery rundown tests on the phone, based on our anecdotal experiences so far, the phone seems okay. It supports fast charging too, so giving it a quick boost before heading out isn't a problem. The issue of doing this, however, is that you have to trawl through websites that seem adamant about tricking you with adverts. Many I've visited use the trick of a big download now button that's actually an ad, and buried the actual, much smaller install app button further down. You have to be on your guard, and it's not as pleasant an experience as browsing through a regular app store. Also, installing app files from unknown sources is inherently risky. Because they don't come from official sources, you don't know if they're even up to date or if they're loaded with malware. I didn't mind trying this out with my review device, but I wouldn't be comfortable doing it on a phone that also contained my banking details. Huawei says it's working with developers to bring more apps to its store. For instance, it launched a system whereby if a certain app isn't available, you can log your interest and, assuming enough people do the same, Huawei will prioritize that app and bring it to the store. It's also launching its own map service in the coming weeks. But the fact remains that its shelves are relatively bare right now, and if you're into getting the latest games and services, then this isn't the phone for you. That is guys, please subscribe, like the video, comment, thanks for watching, see you on my next video.